Hello everyone. Today we are going on an amazing journey to learn about a man whose work changed the way we understand tiny living things, bacteria. His name was Harold Amos, and he was a scientist who studied microbiology and bacterial genetics. But his story is not just about science. It's about determination, curiosity, and making the world a better place through knowledge. So, let's dive in and explore the life of Harold Amos. Harold Amos was born on September 7, 1918 in Pennsauken, New Jersey. This was a time when the world was changing quickly. People were using new inventions like the radio to hear music and news. But in America, life wasn't always fair for everyone, especially African Americans. Schools were often separate for black and white students, and opportunities were harder to find for people of color. Even though life wasn't easy, Harold was surrounded by a loving family. His parents believed in education and worked hard to give their children the best chance to succeed. Harold was an excellent student. He loved reading and learning new things, and he always asked a lot of questions. In high school, he became fascinated by science, especially biology. He wanted to understand how living things worked, even the ones too small to see with just our eyes. Harold Amos attended Springfield College in Massachusetts, where he studied biology and chemistry. He graduated at the top of his class in 1941. However, during this time, World War II had begun, and Harold joined the U.S. Army to serve his country. After the war, he returned to his studies and enrolled at Harvard Medical School. There, he earned his Ph.D. in 1952, becoming one of the first African American students to do so. At Harvard, Harold worked hard in the laboratory where he studied tiny living things called bacteria. He was interested in how bacteria grow and how they use nutrients to survive. His work was important because understanding bacteria helps doctors and scientists fight diseases, make medicines, and even improve farming. After earning his Ph.D., Harold Amos continued his research at Harvard. He became a professor and spent most of his career teaching and discovering new things about bacteria. One of his biggest discoveries was how bacteria use sugars and other nutrients to grow. This discovery helped scientists understand infections and diseases better, which led to better treatments. He also studied viruses that attack bacteria, known as bacteriophages. His research was groundbreaking, meaning it helped other scientists make new discoveries in medicine and genetics. Harold Amos was known for his patience and attention to detail. He didn't just focus on big discoveries. He spent time understanding the small details that made bacteria so interesting. His careful work made him one of the best microbiologists in the world. One of the most important parts of Harold Amos' life was teaching and mentoring students. He believed that science should be for everyone, no matter their background. He helped many young scientists, especially African American students, follow their dreams in science and medicine. As a professor at Harvard, he encouraged students to be curious, ask questions, and never give up. Many of the students he taught went on to become great scientists and doctors. His work in education helped create a future where more people, no matter where they came from, could make discoveries that changed the world. Harold Amos received many awards for his contributions to science and education. He was the first African American to become the chair of the Department of Microbiology at Harvard Medical School. He was also elected to the National Academy of Sciences, one of the highest honors a scientist can receive. Even with all these awards, Harold Amos stayed humble. He never stopped learning and teaching. He wanted to make sure that the next generation of scientists had the support and encouragement they needed to succeed. Harold Amos passed away in 2003, but his legacy lives on. Because of his research, scientists understand bacteria and genetics better. Because of his teaching, many young scientists were inspired to follow in his footsteps. His story teaches us that curiosity, hard work, and a love for learning can change the world. He showed that science is for everyone, and no matter where you come from, you can make a difference. So the next time you hear about bacteria or genetics, remember Harold Amos. He was a scientist, a teacher, and a trailblazer. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the next great scientist making discoveries that change the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Harold Amos. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and never stop being curious. Science is an adventure, and the discoveries of tomorrow start with the questions you ask today. And would like to see more content like this? Please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, share with others,